She's white. And because of that, when you consider some of the hard times other people gave her, they were resentful of the fact that this white girl came on the scene where there was a bunch of sisters that preceded her spanning decades that were big time, that deserved a lot of credit.
What if I told you that the most powerful player in women's basketball might not even realize she's at the center of a silent war? A war between billionaires, coaches, and one rookie phenom, Caitlin Clark. The truth behind Indiana's chaos might be darker than anyone imagines. According to several online insiders and podcast hosts, a private meeting was held at the headquarters of Pacers Sports and Entertainment, the same empire that owns both the Indiana Pacers and the Fever. In that room sat billionaire owner Steve Simon, head coach Stephanie White, and top Fever executives. No reporters, no cameras, no leaks, until now. Because according to the whispers, what was said in that meeting could explain everything strange that's been happening in Indiana lately.
Like I said, we are in the biggest moment in WNBA history. There's no denying that. Everybody knows that, and everybody that's in a place in power has a true responsibility, and even myself, we have a responsibility to make sure that this game is in a great place going forward with the CBA. And
the lineup changes. The sudden drop in Caitlin Clark's shot attempts. The strange energy shift fans can't stop talking about. Something doesn't add up, and now we might finally know why. But before we go any further, make sure to watch until the end, because what I'm about to reveal could completely change how you see the entire WNBA. And hey, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Your support truly means the world to me. All right, let's dive in. Most people think the Indiana Fever are just another WNBA team. They're not. They're part of a massive sports empire owned by one of America's richest families, the Simons. This is the same family that not only owns the Indiana Pacers, but also runs the multi-billion-dollar Simon Property Group, the largest shopping mall corporation in the country. At the very top sits Herb Simon, a 90-year-old business legend. But the real power? That belongs to his son, Steve Simon, the quiet, calculated puppet master behind Indiana basketball. He doesn't chase attention or social media fame. When you control a billion-dollar empire, your word is law. So when Steve Simon reportedly noticed Fever ticket sales dipping and Caitlin Clark's viral buzz slowing down, he decided to take action, and that's when the rumor mill exploded. According to insiders, during a private meeting at the Pacers Sports and Entertainment headquarters, Steve Simon said one line that left the entire room stunned. "From this point forward, it's CCT, Caitlin Clark's team. Think about that. Not a slogan, not a nickname. A direct corporate order from the man who runs Indiana sports." The message was clear. From now on, everything runs through Caitlin. The offense, the marketing, the brand, all of it. Because when your rookie is pulling in millions through ticket sales, merchandise, and national media buzz, you don't just coach her, you protect her. And that's where the tension began. Head coach Stephanie White believed in a team-first system built around structure and discipline. Not flash, not logo threes, not viral moments. And for a while, it worked. The Fever started winning again, even making the playoffs for the first time in years. But something else started slipping: ratings, attendance, and hype. Fans didn't come to see system basketball. They came to see Caitlin Clark, the deep three phenom, the highlight machine. So when Simon allegedly ordered White and the front office to rebuild the team around Caitlin, the room erupted. Insiders claim White pushed back hard. She didn't want to turn her system into a one-player show. That's when Simon reportedly said the words that froze everyone: "You don't have to like it, but that's the way it is." And with that, the entire power structure of the Indiana Fever shifted. Not long after, things started getting strange. Coach White began publicly praising Kelsey Mitchell as the centerpiece of the offense. But behind closed doors, insiders whispered about rising tension. Coach versus ownership, system versus superstar. And caught in the middle? Caitlin Clark, just trying to play basketball while billionaires and coaches battled for control of her destiny. From the outside, everything looked fine. But if you were paying attention, you could see the cracks forming, awkward pressers, colder chemistry, fewer highlight reels. Something had changed, and fans could feel it. Because here's the truth. Billionaires don't care about spacing or play calls. They care about profits. When Caitlin Clark was scoring 30 a night, Fever games sold out. Merch flew off shelves. Networks fought for broadcasting rights. But when her role shrank, business slowed. And that's when the calls started coming in. Because in a billion-dollar sports empire, there's only one rule. Protect the asset that prints money. And right now, that asset is Caitlin Clark.
I mean, people looked at the Cheryl Swoops of the world, the Maya Moores of the world, and others, and they said, yo, there was a bunch of people that came before her that did big things for the WNBA. I respect it. It is right. I appreciate it. But whiteness does have its privileges.
Since that rumored meeting, fans have started to notice subtle but undeniable changes. New marketing campaigns now revolve entirely around Caitlin Clark. Exclusive sponsorship deals are being signed under her name. Even the team's social media presence feels less like a basketball promotion and more like a full-blown rebrand. The Fever aren't just a basketball team anymore. They've become Caitlin Clark, Inc. And whether you love it or hate
In
it,
this league to make sure it's in a great spot for many years to come, because you all know I grew up as a huge fan of this league, and I'm going to do everything I can to make this the league that, a 5-year-old
that's the new reality of modern sports. This isn't just basketball. This is business warfare. Because in 2025, the WNBA isn't just competing on the court. It's competing for headlines, sponsorships, and billions in brand power. And Caitlin Clark isn't just a player. She's the magnet pulling the entire league into a new era of celebrity-driven franchises. Executives across the league are paying attention. Other teams see what's happening in Indiana, and they know that if this experiment works, the old model of coach-led teams could disappear forever. The future will belong to the stars, the ones who can move markets, not just score points. So now, everyone's asking the same question. What happens next? Will Stephanie White stay and rebuild the offense around Caitlin's unique strengths? Or will the billionaire upstairs decide it's time for a coaching shakeup? Because one thing's certain. In Indiana right now, the balance of power has shifted. The billionaires are watching. The fans are waiting, and Caitlin Clark? She's not just holding the future of the Fever. She might be holding the future of the entire WNBA. Next voice. If you listen closely to the post-game interviews, you can feel the tension hiding behind every polite answer. Caitlin stays calm and diplomatic. Coach White remains professional. But the undertone, it's heavy. It's the silence before the storm. And maybe, just maybe, that storm has already begun. Some say a new assistant coach has quietly been brought in to bridge the gap. Others claim certain veterans are being traded, not for performance, but for compliance. Every small adjustment feels calculated, like chess moves in a game much bigger than basketball. The question isn't if the takeover is happening, it's when it becomes official. No one's confirming the rumors, but no one's denying them either. And sometimes silence speaks louder than any press release ever could. Because if even half of this is true, then Caitlin Clark didn't just join the WNBA, she took it over. She's no longer just the rookie phenom. She's the new power center of a billion-dollar shift in women's sports. Every executive in the league is watching closely. Because what's happening in Indiana could redefine the entire WNBA. We've seen this before. One player transforms not just the game, but the business behind it. Michael Jordan did it for the NBA. Serena Williams did it for tennis. And now Caitlin Clark might be doing it for women's basketball. The Fever's rise isn't just about wins and losses anymore. It's about influence, control, and narrative. Caitlin Clark isn't just rewriting the record books. She's rewriting the power structure of the sport itself. If the reports are true, every major decision now runs through her, directly or indirectly. From media appearances and sponsorships to the design of next season's jerseys, it's all Clark-centric. And when one player becomes bigger than the franchise, everything changes. The Indiana Fever used to belong to the owners, the coach, and the system. Now it belongs to one woman wearing number 22. And if the whispers are true, next season won't just be a basketball story, it'll be a story of power, empire, defiance, and legacy. This is Caitlin Clark's team, and the world's about to find out what that really means.